Hello everybody, today I'll be talking about Kazakhstan between the years 1930 to 1940. Collectivization was a form of social, political, cultural, and economic transformation. Through it, Moscow hoped both to modernize agriculture and to break apart existing social structures. If you were a peasant, what this generally meant was that you were stripped out of your land and your livestock and shunted into a collective farm, where a set of portion of the production of that farm was given over to the state. In Kazakh case, what is different about collectivization is that rather than being an assault on the peasants, it was an assault on nomads. Depeasantization versus denomadization, if you will. Through collectivization and whole host of other changes that accompanied Stalin's first five-year plan, Moscow sought to eliminate pre-existing markers of the Kazakh identity, such as nomadism and form of Kazakhs into Soviet nation. The Kazakh famine was a defining event in the formation of Soviet Kazakhstan, what is today the Republic of Kazakhstan. The famine led to the death of 1.5 million people, approximately a quarter of the population. More than a third of all Kazakhs were perished. Prior to the famine, most Kazakhs practiced pastoral nomadism, carrying out seasonal migrations along predefined routes. But due to the death of their animal herds, some 90% of the animal population perished during the famine. Most Kazakhs were forced to take up settlement life in disaster's aftermath, a dramatic reorientation of Kazakh identity. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, the Soviets tried to form Kazakhs, a group of nomads, into a modern Soviet nation, giving them their own national territory, promoting Kazakhs into the republic's bureaucracy and modernizing Kazakh society by eliminating backward practices. The famine made nationally into the most important marker of Kazakh identity, a goal of Soviet regime's national building project. Soviet Kazakhstan became a republic with stable, defined borders and integral part of the Soviet economic system. The effects of the famine are immense. The horrifying death toll, the fact that Kazakhs became a minority in their own republic, and the fact that disasters forced Kazakhs to abandon nomadism. During the disaster, over a million Kazakhs fled to their own republic. Today, there are significant numbers of Kazakhs in the neighboring countries such as Russia, China, and Uzbekistan as a result, in part, of the famine's course. In effect, the Kazakh famine changed the demographic map of the entire region. It should be noted that Moscow could not transform Kazakh society entirely as it wished. Various features of the Kazakhs' pastoral nomadic way of life survived the famine. In an effort to bring up the republic's livestock numbers in the disaster's aftermath, the regime actually revived pastoral nomadism in limited areas. Repressions are an absolute atrocity. They bring misfortunes and sufferings. Besides, they are inhuman, incomprehensible. This can be seen from the accusations contained in the secret resolution of the People's Commissar of Internal Affairs of the USSR N.I. Yezhov dated July 30, 1937. The mass political repressions also took place as a preventive measure, as a means to prevent the unrest due to decisions unclear to the people due to deterioration of labor and living conditions, a decline in the living standards. The slightest attempts to draw attention to certain visible mistakes and deficiencies were severely and ruthlessly punished. The period brought big disasters to Soviet people. During 1937 and 1938, mass terror seized the whole country. This disaster, which brought sorrow to the spiritual consciousness of the people, turned many remarkable struggle into the victims of repressions, accused as nationalists and the enemies of the people. These repressions, referred to as the Great Purge, were the creation of socialist system. Thank you for listening.